Hello, Los Angeles Lakers fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. It's the kind of move that makes NBA fans stop scrolling, look twice, and ask, wait, what? If the rumors are to be believed, Dan, in today's league, you ignore whispers at your own risk. Marcus Smart is heading west. That's right, the heart and soul of Boston's defense. The man known for diving for loose balls like his life depends on it could soon be wearing the purple and gold of the Los Angeles Lakers. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the chatter is growing louder, and the idea alone is enough to stir up emotions on both coasts. Lakers fans are already imagining Smart locking up guards in crunch time at Crypto.com Arena, while Celtics fans are clutching their jerseys in disbelief. The very thought of Boston's Bulldogs switching sides in one of the NBA's most storied rivalries is nothing short of wild. But make no mistake, this isn't just gossip for gossip's sake. This is about one of the savviest teams in the league making a calculated move to bolster their defense, their leadership, and maybe even their championship hopes. And it could mean that the Lakers are finally ready to get serious about shutting teams down. Lakers style. If this deal goes through, Marcus Smart wouldn't just be a trade piece, he'd be a statement. A statement that the Lakers are tired of mediocrity, tired of inconsistency, and tired of being seen as LeBron and AD or bust. Smart brings an identity. He brings that gritty, no-nonsense, defensive-first culture that the Lakers haven't truly had since the days of Metta World Peace and Derek Fisher. Yes, LeBron has always led by example. But let's be real, he's not the one barking at teammates on missed rotations or sacrificing his body for a charge in the first quarter of a game in January. That's Smart's territory, and that kind of attitude is contagious. It trickles down to the younger players, the role guys, even the coaching staff. Imagine Austin Reeves learning from Smart, or D'Angelo Russell being challenged in practice every day by someone who lives and breathes competition. The Lakers aren't just adding a player, they're adding a personality. And if you think that doesn't matter in today's NBA, you haven't been watching the playoffs the last few years. Culture wins, grit wins, defense especially in April and May wins. And Smart knows exactly how to deliver that. Of course, this move isn't just about defense. Let's not forget that Smart is an underrated playmaker, a guy who can initiate offense, hit clutch threes, and manage tempo when needed. He's not your traditional point guard, but he's evolved into a floor general in his own chaotic way. With the Lakers often relying heavily on LeBron to run the offense, Smart's presence could offer some much-needed relief. He's the kind of guy who sees the game to plays ahead, who knows when to push and when to settle things down. And that's huge for a team that has struggled with late-game decision-making and turnovers. Think about how often the Lakers have fumbled possessions in tight moments. Now imagine Smart stepping in, directing traffic, communicating, controlling the chaos. He won't light up the scoreboard every night, but his fingerprints will be all over the game. And that's the kind of player championship teams need. Someone who does the dirty work, sure, but also someone who makes the little plays that never show up on the stat sheet, but end up deciding the game. Then there's the locker room angle, which might be the most underrated aspect of this entire rumor. Smart is known around the league as a glue guy, a leader in the truest sense. He's not afraid to call out a teammate, not afraid to challenge a coach, and not afraid to hold himself accountable when things go south. The Lakers, as talented as they are, have lacked that kind of vocal leadership outside of LeBron. Anthony Davis leads more with his play than his voice. The younger players are still finding their footing, and let's be honest, Darvin Ham has had moments where it feels like he's still trying to command the full respect of the room. Bringing in someone like Smart could shift the dynamic entirely. Suddenly, you've got a player who isn't afraid to speak up, who demands effort on every possession, and who sets the tone in practice and film sessions. That matters, especially in Los Angeles, where distractions are everywhere and expectations are sky high. Marcus Smart doesn't care about Hollywood, he cares about hoops. And that's exactly the kind of energy the Lakers need to refocus and recharge their identity. Let's not pretend this move wouldn't come with some risk, though. Smart's not a perfect player. His shot selection can be erratic. He'll occasionally try to play hero ball when it's not necessary, and while he's a strong defender, he's not quite the same player he was 2 or 3 years ago. Age and mileage are starting to show. The Lakers would have to consider whether they're getting the full Boston version of Smart, or just a slightly older, slightly slower version. Plus, what would they be giving up to get him? Names like Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, or even future picks have been floated as potential trade assets. That's not insignificant. The Lakers have to weigh short-term grit versus long-term flexibility. But then again, this is LA, this is a win-now franchise. LeBron isn't getting younger. The window is closing fast, and when the stakes are this high, sometimes you bet on character, sometimes you bet on fire, sometimes you bet on Marcus Smart being the piece that makes it all click. And if you're Rob Pelinka, maybe that's a bet worth making from a narrative perspective. This trade is pure gold. It's got everything: history, rivalry, redemption. Think about it, a guy who spent nearly a decade in Boston, battling the Lakers in multiple high-stakes matchups, suddenly crossing enemy lines. The storylines write themselves. ESPN would have a field day, social media would explode, and Smart, never one to shy away from a spotlight, would thrive in the chaos. He's built for big moments, he's built for pressure, and nothing is more pressure-packed than wearing that Lakers jersey with the entire basketball world watching. Every dive for a loose ball, every defensive stop, every technical foul, it would all be magnified tenfold. That's what makes this rumor so tantalizing. It's not just a transaction, it's a transformation. For Smart, for the Lakers, for the rivalry, for the league, and even if it never materializes, just the idea of it sparks something. It forces fans to imagine a different future, one where Marcus Smart, the ultimate Celtic warrior, becomes a Laker legend. Wild, maybe, but in today's NBA, wild is the new normal. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on. And here's another layer that's worth considering. What would this do to the Celtics-Lakers dynamic? It's already one of the most bitter rivalries in all of sports, but this would pour gasoline on an already blazing fire. Boston fans would see it as a betrayal, Lakers fans would see it as a steal, and the league would eat it up. Christmas Day matchups, national TV blowouts, a potential finals clash, the drama would be off the charts. Smart would be right in the middle of it, stoking the flames with every defensive stop and stare down. You think Draymond Green brings drama? Wait till you see Smart in a Lakers jersey going full throttle against Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. It would be appointment viewing. And that's not even hyperbole. The NBA thrives on narratives, and this one would be delicious. Players like Smart don't just play, they elevate the moment. They turn regular season games into grudge matches. They make you care. And in a league increasingly driven by star power and storylines, Marcus Smart switching coasts might be the most compelling plot twist of the season. Now, what about LeBron? Because you know this move doesn't happen without his blessing. He's the king, both on the court and in the front office, whether it's acknowledged or not. So if Smart is truly heading to LA, that means LeBron sees something in him. Maybe it's the hustle, maybe it's the accountability, maybe it's just the hunger. Whatever it is, you don't bring in a personality like Marcus Smart unless your stars are on board. And frankly, Smart fits that mold of player LeBron has always loved: tough, defensive-minded, not afraid to get in the trenches. He's like a younger version of some of those key guys from the Miami Heat title teams. Mario Chalmers with more grit, Norris Cole with more muscle. LeBron doesn't want yes men around him. He wants warriors, and Smart checks that box. So if this trade is happening, it's not just a front office move, it's a LeBron move. A signal that he's still all in, still chasing greatness, still trying to squeeze one more ring out of this legendary career. And if Marcus Smart helps him get there, well, that's a legacy play for both of them. Of course, we have to talk about the fan reaction, because Lakers Nation doesn't hold back. They're vocal, they're passionate, and they've seen it all. Some will love this move instantly. Finally, a dog on defense. Finally, someone who gets in opponents' faces. Others, they'll be skeptical. Smart isn't a shooter. He's not flashy. He's not a name that screams superstar, but give it time. Because the moment he dives into the stands for a loose ball in the second quarter of a random game in February, they'll get it. The moment he claps in a scorer's face and gets a technical for intensity, they'll get it. Marcus Smart is the kind of player who wins over a crowd through action, not hype. And once the fans feel that energy, once they see that passion, it'll be undeniable. They'll chant his name, they'll buy his jersey. They'll see what Boston saw for years: a warrior in every sense. And in LA, where flash often overshadows substance, Smart could be the rare player who brings both, not with style, but with spirit. And that's the kind of love story between player and city that legends are built on. Lastly, Let's not forget the timing of all this. The Lakers are at a crossroads. They've got aging stars, cap issues, and a fan base that expects banners, not playing appearances. This move, if it happens, isn't just about plugging a hole. It's about shifting direction, about embracing grit over glam, defense over dazzle. Marcus Smart might not be the most obvious name on the market, but he might be exactly what they need. He's battle-tested. He's got scars from playoff wars. He's hungry. And maybe, just maybe, that hunger is contagious. Maybe it's what wakes this team up. Maybe it's what pushes them past the second round. Or maybe it's just the start of something bigger, a culture change, a new era, a different kind of Laker basketball. One that doesn't rely solely on stars, but on sweat. One that gets back to what made this franchise great: effort, pride, and defense. So if this rumor is real right now, all signs point to smoke, then buckle up. Because Marcus Smart to the Lakers wouldn't just be a trade, it would be a turning point. And in the NBA, those are the moments that matter most. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.